Uh, Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching me from. My name is NCK2310. For the returning subscribers, welcome back. I always thank you so much for giving me your time. I appreciate. And for those that are new, welcome as well. What I do here, I do scrutinize and analyze songs, and to be specific, from Kikuyu songs to English. Kikuyu is one of the many languages in Kenya, and Kenya is where I'm originally from, but I live in Sweden. Yes. So I do deal with gospel songs, with political songs, and with Mogidi, which is party songs. And today I've prepared a very beautiful song. It's a gospel song. It's actually not that old. So without wasting any time, let's dive in. We see what the song has to offer. The song says, "Allow me to sing." That's the first words of that song. It shows that the writer is a witness of something and is asking, hey, allow me to sing. Let me speak about it. Let's hear what he has to talk about. "I am happy, Lord," he says. "I can now sing the words of Haggai. I have seen the Lord that sees." As we say in my mother tongue in Kikuyu, "Ati ninyonete Gai wonaga." I've seen the Lord that sees. And I, with my children, will live a life. It's true. There is no situation that God doesn't know or doesn't see. So with this first part of the song, it says that God sees all kind of situations. So there you are, listening to me. Maybe you are in a situation of sufferings. God knows it. God knows what you are going through, because nothing can be hidden from God. Just like in this song, it's God that sees. Nega iwonaga. God knows your situation. It doesn't matter how difficult it is. God knows about it. The song continues to say, "He has made this life to favor me, and He has given me a dam to float in it." That God has given me this life, and this life is favoring me. So if you're there and the life is not yet favoring you, be patient. A time is coming. Just still stay on the ways of God. Do not do things just because you feel abandoned, just because you feel like God has left you. The song says, God created this world to be a favor of us. That means nobody was created to suffer. Nobody, no one. Many people would say, yeah, but we are suffering. Yes, God knows that. Just like the song says, be patient. God knows what you are going through. The song goes on to say, "And when I look back, can't forget when I used to see like you abandoned me, oh Lord." You know, when I was writing about this, I'm sure that each of us, including myself, we've been in that kind of situation whereby you think, oh my God, has God forgotten us? Has God forgotten me? Me and my family? Me and my children? There comes a time like that in life. just to give example with myself, those of you that follow me, I always tell my story that there was that time, it was in 1991, as I was entering Form 1 in Kenya, where I am from. And my dad fell sick. My late dad got gout. Gout is this disease for legs. So he couldn't walk. And he was the breadwinner. And me and my siblings, we were all in good schools. Those years, if you could afford to go to boarding schools, you were something. So we were in boarding schools, me and my siblings. And actually, like me, all my life, I was in boarding school. So I finished all primary school from class 1 to 8, boarding school. It comes to Form 1. My dad, the breadwinner, is sick. He's in bed, bedridden. Now, there I was asking myself, what will happen? What about my education? Am I not going to continue to go Form 1? I felt like the life is done for me. And there was my older brother. Then there was my middle brother, was also in another boarding school. My older brother was in a secondary school, in an Indian school in the city, in Nairobi. And there was no money for school for all of us. And my mom, by then she was still alive, she was a housewife. She had never worked before. So we were stuck. That was the first time that I really got scared, and I really saw poverty in my home, that we did not know what to eat the next day or something like that. And I thank God that my late dad then had a few farms. So the only option that was left was to sell one of his farms in an area called Kikuyu or something like that. But we know that there's a procedure. You have to go and look for a buyer, and I don't know, these and signs. And the lady who was to buy, she had to come all the way to our home, because my dad is the one who had to sign, because the land was written on his name, not on my mom's name. Oh my God. And it was not an easy, fast thing. That period, before even my late mom could decide, now I have to sell. We have no food to eat. There's nothing. We suffered. And that's the time, actually, we got to know if we ever have friends or not. That's the time for me that it opened my eyes, that even to have rich family members, sometimes when you're in trouble, doesn't mean they'll be there for you. That's the time I learned that. Because like with my late dad, he had a brother. His brother was very rich. One of the richest in my village those years. He had everything. He had a big wholesale, where he used to deliver to all many other retail shops, because he was a wholesale shop all around Wakabete areas, Wangige, Karura, Gikoni, Nyaduna, all those areas. He was a distributor, big distributor. Ruko, I don't know, all those areas, Kinyero. He was a big wholesale man, but never even a packet of quarter packet of sugar he ever came to his brother and think, oh, my brother family, do they even have something to eat? Nothing. That's the time for me, my eyes woke up, that I got to know, in this life, it's only you for yourself. I don't know if all family members are like that, but for me, that's what I learned. I don't know how it is for you listening to me. If you've ever been in that situation, that there was no one to rescue. Actually, I do remember with my late mom that she had a friend who used to be called Mama Shiko. She was also not well up. And that lady, she was one of the only ones, actually. If she had a packet of maize, she could share with my mom half packet. It was tough. It was tough. So I do know that there comes that time that you think, oh God, has God forgotten us? But I do remember, like myself, I grew up praying. I grew up going to Sunday schools. I grew up, I think I never missed, like, because I was in boarding school. Now I'm talking about when we are home. Actually, in my boarding school, it was a Catholic, Italian Catholic missionary at to girls in Nyeri. So there we were also praying all that. You know, the Catholics, yeah? We're going to masses every day. Knew how to pray the roses, the rose. But my parents, they were Anglican, they were Protestant. But so when we closed home, I had, of course, to go to our church at home. I never missed any. I just knew how to, you know, I grew up before eating, praying. Before sleeping, praying. When you wake up, you have to pray. That's how I grew up. So even when trouble came, even when all these sufferings came in my family, because my late dad then got sick, I was still praying because that's the only thing I knew from my childbirth, you know. So I used to pray and asking God, God, please don't forget us, Lord. Heal my dad. You know, for me, my greatest prayer was my dad to be well up again, that I could see him walking. You know, it was tough. And I thought God actually, after maybe a year or 1.5, he was able to walk again. Okay, now he's late after many, many, many years. But at least he was able to walk again. But that period, we really, really suffered. But anyway, my late mom then sold one piece of land in Kikuyu, and me and my siblings, we could continue to go school. And believe you me, as I was in Form 3, listen, as I was in Form 3, second term, I got a chance. Miracles happened. One day I'll tell my story. And I got a chance to go to Germany. Can you imagine being a Form 3 in second year? I did not have to wait for to complete Form 3 or even to go Form 4. I got then just chance to go to Germany. And I continued there with my studies there. Then I met a boyfriend and all those stories started again, new stories and stuff. That's a different story I'll tell one day. But by the fact that there, you know, sometimes when I sit and think about it, for me, nobody can tell me that prayers don't work. Because in my life, I only know prayers work. I don't know anything else. You know? And for me, as much as I remember myself, the only time people have ever put hands on me was when I was maybe being baptized and when I was being confirmation. You know, the Christians, we have confirmation. Otherwise, I never used to go to, I don't know, I hear stories, people saying, hey, we were in trouble, we had to go for prayers. I don't know where. I don't know those things. But I do remember when my late dad was those years then sick, my mom had come with an idea that she would bring people for prayers at home to pray for my dad and lay hands. My dad said, no, 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 no. Don't bring people here to pray for me. I pray direct to God, you know? And I am the same up to today with my 50 years of age. I only believe only prayers works. You don't have to let anybody pray for you. You can pray direct to God. I do remember I was praying all the times. God, please heal my dad. Please, God. God, make a way for us. And he did even open more and more doors for us. So prayers work. I was telling this story a little bit so you can see that there comes a time that sometimes you feel like God has abandoned you, because I used to think, why we? Why? Just the time I'm entering Form 1, my dad is sick. Why? But anyway, let's continue on with the song. Let's hear what the song says. The song continues to say, used to be, let me repeat that verse before that. And when I look back, can't forget when I used to see like you had abandoned me, Lord. Just like I'm telling my story. Sometimes I used to think, why my family? Why we had to suffer that? Why we had nothing to eat? Why there was no money for school? Why my dad was sick, you know? The song says, I used to be silenced in tears. If there was someone that cried during that period when my late dad was sick, it was me. I used to cry to see that man, a man who I know working every day. He used to go to Marigiti. He used to wake up 4, 5 o'clock in the morning every day. Apart from Sundays, that's how I used to know Dad. To go and sell vegetables in Marigiti, and there he was. ridden in bed, can't walk himself. I used to cry a lot. As the song says, I used to be silenced in tears. My dhori ni kurira. And not only me, my late mom too used to cry so much. My siblings as well. To see, and then he was in pain. We could see him crying. The song continues to say, I used to be silenced in tears, asking myself if my name was forgotten. But now I have seen why you used to tell me to be patient. We know that in the Bible, God tells us, we believe as Christians that God talks to us through the Bible, that God says, be patient. Weterera. When you pray, sometimes you would think, why God is not answering my prayers? Be patient. God is listening. God is hearing you praying. Continue praying. He will answer. If not today, tomorrow. If not tomorrow, the other day. If not the other day, next week or next year. He will answer. Just like with my late dad. He was sick, bedridden. He never agreed that anybody would come and put hands on him. He said, no. My late mom used to offer him that. My dad said, no. Me, I don't want those people coming putting hands. For me, I pray direct. If God want to take my life, let it be. And he was, and because he did not have much money, he could not afford to go to nice hospitals. Nobody, even his brother who was rich, offered to come and take him to hospital. So what did he do? We know that there are these trees, especially I think the Kikuyus. I am a Kikuyu tribe, and we have this kind of trees where you can boil, and that water, you drink it. My dad used to drink that. He had a friend who had like a forest, could take those trees or leaves and boil it, and used to take that for 1.5 years. After that, he was able to walk again. You would never have thought that he was not able to, and he lived until my dad passed when he was 76 after that. And those years, it's many years ago by that time. The song says that I used to ask myself if you've forgotten me, but now I have seen why you used to tell me to be patient. So be patient. It doesn't matter the situation you're in. It doesn't matter what you're going through. Be patient. Ukirereria. The song says, you have changed the directions of those fingers that used to point at me during my sufferings. When I was writing this from Kikuyu to English, I actually had tears in my eyes because I do remember, just to go back to my story, when my late dad was very sick and he was bedridden, and there were a few neighbors, they were coming to see him because there was someone talking in the village, the villagers. Oh, he's about to pass away. He cannot recover. There were rumors. So they were coming to see. Not to wish him well. They were coming to see this man who is about to pass away. And remember, we were young. And one time, I do remember, two of the neighbors, as they were getting out after seeing my dad, they are on bedridden at home and stuff, I hear them. They were going out, and for us kids, because our house was small, Mabati house, when people came, we had sometimes to get out. I just saw them coming out there outside as I was sitting there crying as usual. And they were saying, Ushogagihona. That means, that's in Kikuyu. In English, it means that one. He can't recover. And imagine me as a young girl hearing that people are talking about that my dad is about to pass away. Can you imagine that horror? The fingers. I'll never forget that. Never forget it. Just like in this song is saying that those fingers pointing at someone who is suffering. You who is there, you're sick. And there are those people pointing fingers. You are there. You are poverty. Maybe you have no place to live. You're going borrowing places there. Or maybe you don't have a proper shelter. And there are people pointing rumors about you. Maybe you're that kind of a person. Even food is problem. You have to borrow. And there are people pointing fingers. That one always borrow, begs. That one is a beggar. Those fingers that are pointing to those that are suffering, may you stop that. Because the song is saying, you have changed the directions of those fingers that used to point at me during the sufferings. The song says, you ashame the faces which used to stare at me. The person who would be finished the next day. There are faces that are not even able to hide. Shameless faces. That when someone is suffering, they're staring like this at the person. Staring. Because they expect that person to be gone any second, any minute, any hour. Because of the suffering that person is going through. The song says, I am happy. I have known, O Lord, that you never forget. God never forget. I used to pray and used to see like you will never answer my prayers. As we talked before, that sometimes you can pray and pray and pray. Do you think God is ignoring you? No, he isn't. He will answer your prayers. The song says, forgive me, Lord. It's because of the poverty I was in. It was confusing me. That's why some people think, oh God has forgotten me. If you are there and you've been telling God that way, in your heart, in your mind, tell God you're sorry. Tell God it's because of where the life has pushed you to, the corner, you are squeezed, nothing working for you. Tell God, God, I know you haven't forgotten me. I know you will come and save me. You will deliver me from all the hard situations. The song continues to say, there was a time when I had lost hope and faith. And I used to see when my enemies were very mighty. Sometimes you can see your enemies passing by. They are mocking you, laughing at you, pointing fingers at you. The face is just watching you like, what are you doing here? Who are you? What do you want? And there you are. You would think, oh my God, these enemies, these people that don't like me at all, they're so mighty. They're so powerful. I know that some of us have come to that point in life. You know what? I was then assured that I would be finished. When you see your enemies watching you like that, mocking you, lowering your dignity, and you believe that, oh my God, it's done. I'm done. Nothing else is remaining for me. I'm finished. Little did you know that was the time God was sending the guardian angel. That time when your enemy is mocking you, that time your enemy is laughing at you, that time people are lying about you, that time people are lowering your dignity, that time the destroyers The evil people, the wicked evil people are trying to destroy you. That's the time God is sending the guardian angel. Continue praying. Don't give up. Do not. Be patient. Patience pays. Just don't take shortcuts. Because when you take shortcuts, you will do things which God don't like. Be patient. The song says, I'm happy to know that prayers are answered. To be true, my cries of sorrows and sadness was being answered when I had disgraced myself. That time you thought, oh, I'm a loser. Oh, I can't make it. Oh, I will never make it. That's the time God will come and wipe your tears. Your sorrows will be gone. You will stop to be sad. What a beautiful, amazing song. The song says, I have known, Lord, and I have known that you are filled with mercy. Gaeda, because you did not join with those haters and those enemies. God don't. You never joined in their wicked meetings of destruction. And they never affirmed you, Lord, to abandon me. You know, it will be the wish of the evil destroyers, the evil people. It will be their wish that God finishes you or God finishes me. But you know what? God is not like that. God won't join them. Continue praying. God knows what you're going through. God will not join your enemies. God will not. God will not abandon you. The only time God will abandon you is when you abandon Him. And how can you abandon God? By doing evil things. By starting to worship other idols or other gods. By lying, by stealing, by killing. All those things that we're told not to do. Committing adultery, all those things. Because you abandon God. That's the time God will think, okay, she or he has started to do things against my will, things that I have said you should not do. Then God will abandon you. Otherwise, God never abandons us. He never does. The song says, I am happy to know that you are righteous. You're not mischievous. God is righteous. I will live to tell the whole world of your goodness. Live to tell the goodness of God. Do it. I will live to assist and help vulnerable people. I will live to spread the word of mercy to the world. A beautiful, amazing song. So there you are. Keep on praying. Your situation will change. God will uplift you. God will change your life. Do not listen to the whisper of the devil telling you that God has abandoned you. You will never make it. Oh, you will stay poor if you're poor. Oh, you will never heal if you're sick. Stop listening. Those are whispers from the devil. Stand firm. Tell God, God, for me, I only believe in you. It doesn't matter what you're going through. It doesn't matter if you have job. It doesn't matter if you are all kind of situation you are in. Stand up and tell God, God, only you. I only believe only you, God, can deliver me, can save me, can uplift me, can make for me a new life. What a beautiful, amazing song. The song, as I always tell the name of the singer and the name of the song, it's actually not that old. The song is called Nenyonete, and it's by Bishop Ben Kamau, our Kenyan bishop. Please, if you haven't listened to that song, go listen to it. A beautiful, amazing, amazing song. I'm here for you. And if you've liked my work of scrutinizing, analyzing this song in English, please don't forget to touch the subscribe button to support me. And You can comment, share, and like as well. And let's continue with this journey. Yes, I'll be back again tomorrow, same time, which is 10 o'clock Kenyan time. In Swedish or German time, it's 9 o'clock. And don't forget, I have a playlist. If you log in NCK2310, you see my playlist. And when you touch there, this side or this side, you'll see songs message. When you press there, you'll find all kind of songs. You'll find political songs if you find them, if you like. You'll find gospel songs like this one if you like. And you'll also find Mugithi party songs. So I scrutinize it all. Let's continue in with this journey, which I really love. And I say thank you so much. Stay blessed. We catch up again tomorrow. Bye bye.